9 tricks that will help you keep your food fresh for longer. When you buy food, it's natural to want to store it the best way so that it doesn't spoil ahead of time. The goal is to keep your food fresh for as long as possible. While some foods stay in perfect condition even after several weeks pass, others tend to rot quickly when they are not treated properly. The problem is that we're not always cautious when handling food, and, in a few days, we realize that they are no longer suitable for consumption. That's why it's good to know some preservation tricks that are useful to keep them fresh longer and thus avoid waste. In the following article, we want to reveal the best ones so you can start using them from now on. Take note. Freeze milk. Did you buy too much milk and still have not been able to use it up? Don't let it go bad. If you don't want to prepare other recipes with milk, pour it in a clean container and freeze it following these rules. Only freeze fresh milk. If you're going to keep it in its original container, remove a small amount, as its size will increase when freezing. Avoid storing for more than 6 weeks. Wrap lettuce in paper. Lettuce leaves, which tend to break down easily, can be stored for longer when wrapped in paper. For this, you can use newspaper sheets or the like. This material helps absorb moisture and prevents fungi and bacteria from proliferating. Use plastic wrap to store your bananas. If you want them to be kept in good condition for more days, take a little plastic wrap and cover the part where the cluster joins. However, if it's too late and they've already matured, take the peeled bananas and freeze them to enjoy them in shakes and cakes. Store your sauces in Ziploc bags. To avoid throwing away leftover homemade sauces that you have prepared for your dishes, purchase various Ziploc bags with airtight seals and store them in the freezer. This technique will help keep the food in good condition, and then you could add it to stews, soups and all the dishes you want. Put your green onions in a glass of water. Green onions. Stored in a glass or container with water. Cut off the leaves you don't need, remove the traces of dirt and immerse them. They can last up to 2 weeks. Put fresh herbs in a glass jar. For fresh herbs to stay that way longer, clean the glass jar well and make sure the inside is completely dry. Cut the herbs finely and put them inside. This way, they won't spoil or change their aroma or texture. Preserve avocados with the help of an onion. Avocados. a simple trick that helps to preserve them when you do not want to eat them immediately. To do this, simply put the fruit in an airtight container accompanied by an onion cut in half. Put honey in glass jars. Did you know that honey doesn't have an expiration date? Since its components keep it fresh and free of microorganisms, honey is one of the foods that can be stored for years without losing its properties. The problem occurs when it's not treated properly, for example, by keeping it inside the refrigerator. Low temperatures tend to cause it to crystallize, so then it's difficult to get it out of the container to use. On the other hand, it's not advisable to use aluminum or other metal containers, as they can oxidize and change its flavor. It's best to put it in airtight glass jars and leave it at room temperature. Keep apples in the refrigerator. However, they can be stored for months when they are placed in the refrigerator. The important thing is to leave a little space between one apple and another, for example, with newspaper. This is because, if for some reason one is rotten, it can damage the others. Do you want to keep your food fresh? Keep in mind all of these tricks.